Prepare for a blood-soaked year of gaming, from the much-anticipated sequel to Rage after almost a decade of waiting, Rage 2 to the 12th edition to the Total War series, Total War 3 Kingdoms. What about those who aren't interested in mindless bloodshed? If moral ambiguity between two brothers during illegal cannabis trading or trying to avoid rats during the bubonic plague is more your forte, then Life is Strange 2, Episode 3, Wastelands, and A Plague Tale, Innocence, will be the game for you. It's time to set aside some money and forego some other expenses because this year will be a game-packed one. If that means you need to exchange your daily $10 burger meal for a cheaper $5 home-cooked meal that won't clog your arteries and prolong your life enough to enjoy even more video games, then make the trade. Life is Strange 2, Episode 3, Wasteland. Release date, May 9th. Platforms, PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. The Life is Strange series has really fleshed itself out to be an intriguing and emotional storytelling experience. Life is Strange 2, Episode 3, Wasteland continues a few months after Sean and Daniel Diaz escape from the mountainous region of Beaver Creek, Oregon. The game follows the boys as they traverse the California redwoods while Daniel continues his internal struggle over his telekinetic powers. They end up entangled in an illegal drug trade because obviously that's the only thing that happens in California according to video games. As they continued their travels onto Mexico to their father's hometown, they run into the only types of people you'd expect to find in the forests of California that haven't been ravaged by wildfires: downtrodden. As expected from a Life is Strange game, the episode will touch on hot topics, tactfully push through the social justice policy, and force Sean and Daniel to face more morally ambiguous situations. Life is Strange 2 floats into your favorite gaming system on May 9th. Yakuza Kiwami 2. Release date, May 9th. Platform, PC. Live out your wildest daydreams of being able to play as a Yakuza gang member, this time on the master race of gaming platforms. Yes, the once exclusive PlayStation 4 release of the remake Yakuza 2, Yakuza Kiwami 2, follows the basic plot structure of its predecessor while adding new gameplay elements from the later titles such as Yakuza 0 and Yakuza 6. Yakuza Kiwami 2 added a few interesting elements that bring more clarity to the main storyline. Fans of the Yakuza series will appreciate such innovations because all of these intricacies of clan wars, contract killings, and betrayals can be completely incomprehensible not only to the newer fans, but also to those who closely followed the history of Kazuma Kiryu. Yakuza Kiwami 2 will battle its way into your Master Race gaming system on May 9th. A Plague Tale, Innocence. Release date, May 14th. Platforms, PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Developer, Asobo Studio. Finally, a video game release outside of Steam about the bubonic plague. Just what gamers have been asking for? A Plague Tale, Innocence revolves around the suffering of the Middle Ages, the action of which unfolds in the midst of a pandemic known as the Black Death and the initial stages of the 100-Year War. In this difficult time, a young girl named Amicia and her younger brother Hugo are trying to escape from the omnipresent Inquisition and entire hordes of rats hungry for human meat who are for some reason afraid of lights. Luckily for Amicia, she is proficient at sling throwing and can craft a special ammunition for her trusty sling, mostly used to distract guards and light up braziers. Focus Home Interactive has done a good job of marketing A Plague Tale Innocence, including a 16-minute uncut gameplay video of which most likely will give you a phobia of rats, if you don't have one already. We're hoping their story is as captivating as their movie-quality trailers make it out to be. This game shouldn't disappoint. A Plague Tale Innocence will release on May 14th. Rage 2. Release date, May 14th. Platforms, PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Developer, ID Software, and Avalanche Studio. Let's see, what has happened since the release of the first Rage in 2011? Released the Lego Movie, we've gone through 2 different American presidents, and we've received every season of Game of Thrones. All of this before the release of the second Rage game? What is Bethesda going for, the Duke Nukem record? Rage 2 is one of the most anticipated releases of 2019. Rage 2 is about the difficult life of Walker, the Last Ranger, not to be confused with the Texas Ranger or the Lost Ranger. Walker must learn to survive as he's hunted not only by mutants that prowl the devastated landscape, but also a mysteriously sinister organization known as the Authority, who are hunting down what nanotechnology is left after the Earth. Get ready to mow your way through mutants and the Authority with more guns, vehicles, and explosions than you know what to do with. Rage 2 will release on May 14th. Observation. Release date, May 21st. Platform, PC, and PlayStation 4. Developer, no code. If you can look past the fact that the publishers, Devolver Digital, sold their souls to the devil by making Observation an Epic Store exclusive, then prepare for an anxiety-ridden thriller. Forget traditional thrillers. Observation takes voyeurism to a new level by letting you play the role of SAM, an artificial intelligence that operates everything in the space station from cameras to controls in order to guide the main character, Dr. Emma Fisher, around to solve puzzles. Just like every other horror thriller, yes, this is a horror thriller, so put on a fresh pair of underwear. Every action you do or don't take has positive or negative consequences, resulting in divergent paths in the story. Observation floats into your gaming world on May 21st. Team Sonic Racing, release date May 21st. Platforms, PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch. Developer, Sumo Digital. Sumo Digital is at it again. The developers who brought us Sonic and SEGA All-Star Racing and Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed will release Team Sonic Racing on May 21st, but this time with only characters from the Sonic series. At first glance, Team Sonic Racing looks like a normal run-of-the-mill kart racing game. It has 21 tracks, some of which were kindly borrowed from Sonic and SEGA All-Star Racing and Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed. The racers are also categorized into different racing classes: speed, technique, and power, which can be used to gain an edge over your opponents, such as Tails' technique of being able to run over bumpy surfaces without hindering his speed. However, unlike other kart racing games, Team Sonic Racing focuses on cooperative gameplay. Yes, co-op gameplay is still a thing in the world, with an unfortunate upward trend of battle royales. Getting back to the co-op gameplay, you form a team of racers who must work together, sharing power-ups and racing efficiently, as despite being a racing game, the goal isn't about being the fastest. Surprising for a Sonic title. Team Sonic Racing zooms into your home on May 21st. Total War 3 Kingdoms. Release date May 23rd. Platform, PC, and PlayStation 4. Developer, Creative Assembly. There is just something so beautiful about having entire armies go face-to-face in large-scale battles while you just sit there and point and click your way to victory. Though, let's be honest, if we were actually on a battlefield, we would be one of the first ones to die. Total War 3 Kingdoms is the 12th game in the Total War series by Creative Assembly and finally leaves Europe and Japan to check out the Han Dynasty in China. The action of the Three Kingdoms, as its name implies, will unfold in the time of the Three Kingdoms, the warring Khans driven by their ambitions and their thirst of power, and trying to consolidate their power and determine the future of China. The game features two modes: Romance, in which your army generals are endowed with superhuman abilities and based on the Chinese novel Three Kingdoms, and Records. The second mode is more reliable from a historical point of view. The generals can no longer single-handedly scatter in the direction of hundreds of enemy soldiers. Make sure to keep your generals happy though, as going against their virtues will drop their happiness rating, and you don't want that. Total War 3 Kingdoms comes swinging into your computers on May 23rd. 2019 is shaping up to be another great year of video gaming. If you're already on anxiety medications, then maybe it's time to look into upping your dosage, as the anxiety from guiding an astronaut through a space station in observation or hiding from rats and knights in a Plague Tale Innocence will have your heart on the brink of palpitations. Gather your friends, the one we totally believe you have, to take down Dr. Robotnik and other Sonic characters in Team Sonic Racing, a racing game built around efficiency rather than speed. There are so many hot titles releasing that your wallet is guaranteed to stay empty the whole year.